Hello everyone! Today we are going to talk about a comedy film called Miss March from 2009. A lot of interesting things are waiting for you. Eugene and his friend Tucker break into their older brother's room and find a real treasure. Tucker sets out to study every page. After 3 weeks, Eugene plays on the console and Tucker dreams about different things. Another 10 years have passed and they haven't changed a bit. Eugene started dating Cindy and Tucker has the same goals. Late one night, Eugene climbs a tree and invites Cindy to go to a party, but she wants to spend time differently since they have been dating for 2 years. Eugene agrees, but after the party, Tucker tunes his friend up and gives him a lot of advice. A limousine arrives at the house with Tucker's old friend Phil, who dropped out of elementary school to have fun. As soon as they arrive at Cindy's house, Eugene gets out of the car, greets her parents, and takes Cindy to the party. Cindy is happy to take the keys to the upstairs room, but Eugene is clearly nervous. To calm his friend down, Tucker offers him a drink, which causes a drunken Eugene to stumble through the door and fall headfirst into the basement. He spent the next 4 years in a coma, but Tucker manages to wake Eugene up with a baseball bat. The doctor advises him to avoid stressful situations to speed up his recovery. A few days later, Tucker informs him that Eugene's father has moved to Florida, and Cindy has continued to live. This news is very upsetting for Eugene. Tucker got a job as a family portrait photographer. He asks the girls to strike more comfortable poses. Obviously, their husbands don't like it, and the boss gives them a few warnings. When Tucker receives the new issue of the magazine, he is literally speechless because Cindy was on one of the pages. He tells Eugene the news and suggests that they go to the magazine's anniversary celebration. Perhaps this is a great chance to get their relationship back on track. But before that, Tucker meets his friend Candace. She gives him a pipe to smoke. The shooting suddenly stops, and Tucker picks up Eugene. Candace lies in the hallway with numerous wounds. She swears that he will be responsible for this. When he gets behind the wheel, he starts screaming in pain. It turns out that they drank too much during their anniversary celebration and didn't pay the bill. At home, he prepared a gift for Candace. A few minutes before the show, he turned on a bright light and Candace had an epileptic seizure. She was critically injured. Tucker intuitively grabbed a fork and stabbed her directly in the forehead. Candace asked her brother to avenge her. So Rick and a group of firefighters surrounded Friend's car. Rick jumps on the hood of the car, but Tucker hits the brakes, throws Rick off, and quickly runs away. Later, Eugene asks how they will get to the magazine party. Tucker turns on the radio and says that his friend has become a very famous rapper. At the same time, advertisements are printed to find Tucker. Stopping at a gas station, Eugene asks his friend to buy him some normal clothes. Although Eugene has not yet regained consciousness, he decides to fill up the car himself, causing all the gasoline to spill around him, and a strong wind blows his robe away as if on cue. Tucker notices the pipe Candace gave him on the cover of the magazine. He realizes that he should call and apologize, but he doesn't have the energy to do so. In any case, he needs to continue his journey. It is late and Eugene goes to bed. In her dream, Cindy accuses Eugene of getting drunk and ruining the evening. He is the reason she chose this job. After renting a hotel room, Tucker decides to smoke. A fire breaks out, Rick arrives at the scene, and the friends have to flee again. A new day dawns, and they have almost no money. After they pay the bill, they have 25 cents left for the trip. Candace arrives at a burned-out hotel and finds a smoking pipe. The boys visit Phil, where he is recording a new song. They ask him to help them get to a party, and Phil agrees to help. On the way, Eugene talks about how much Cindy has changed. Phil adds that he has been in many relationships, including with Cindy. Eugene immediately hits him, and this forces Phil to kick them out. Tucker tells him not to be upset, because Eugene has his whole life ahead of him. Suddenly, a couple of girls stop by with an offer. Tucker will drive them to Los Angeles while they sit in the back seat. He ends up getting distracted by the girls and crashes into a pole, but that doesn't stop him from arriving at the party. Everyone who is not on the list is not allowed to enter the building except for firefighters. Tucker decides to steal their uniforms. As soon as they manage to get inside, Tucker takes off his uniform and tries to meet the models. Among them is his old friend Sarah. He asks to borrow the dog to make a stronger impression on the other models. One of them is so engrossed in conversation that she doesn't notice the dog filling her glass. Candace has also come to the party. Tucker tries to find a place where he won't be found and accidentally runs into the editor-in-chief's room. Tucker calls him a real hero. Hugh sees that Tucker is acting strangely and invites him to sit with him. Cindy comes to see Eugene, and she is very happy that he has managed to wake up. Tucker admits that he really likes Candace. He just hasn't had enough fun yet. Hugh replies that the quality of relationships is much more important than their quantity. It turns out that Cindy had always been there for Eugene, and she had to get a job to pay the huge bills for his treatment. His father was convinced that Eugene would never wake up and was going to transfer him to another ward, but Cindy was against it and transferred all her money. Only when she became a model did she have a lot of money for the best doctors in the country. A few minutes later, the friends are kicked out of the mansion. Tucker swears that he loves Candace, and they make up. Cindy comes out of the crowd and explains that Phil has always lied and has never been with her. They kiss each other. Eugene asks why she didn't call him at the hospital when he came to. It's because Cindy calls every Monday, and when Eugene came to, it was Wednesday, and he ran away right away. Hugh sees all this and asks people to return to the mansion to continue the party. If you have watched the video so far, you should know that I'm happy to have viewers like you. Thank you for watching to the end. Subscribe to the channel and follow the news. OLEJA Recapped was with you. See you soon.